Greetings, my fellow geneticists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, Episode 61, New Stock. I won't need a death rest for another 10 days or so. Another thing that I need to do with Wendy is to make sure that her psi focus is kept up. Oh, you know what? The throne room is 161, as is now, with only 6 plants. But I do think the expanding it will make it so that a little filth doesn't disrespect it, which is going to be really important in the long run so that I don't constantly have issues. Oh, nice. This is actually really positive. So I'm going to delete the stockpile for the robots to haul waste packs out here. But the waste packs that I had caused a waste pack infestation, which is a bunch of cocoons dormant. And I'll be able to use these cocoons to kill maybe a mech boss or a raid. So this is really positive. So I'm going to invert this. And then anyone that is unrestricted is going to go to the void zone. So that they don't wake the bugs, because it's not a ton of bugs, but it's enough that they're effective in fighting, I think. Could I also turn off crisis of belief notifications? I could, but some of them matter to me. Like T saying bike, you know, so I don't want to turn them all off. Because it might have me ignore ones that are important. Sensory mechanites for MIDI. How you got mechanites in a tube, I have no idea. Double dwarf mass, that's unfortunate. Mike. So let's address this. I am not going to use meds on anyone except for mass. Because I don't want mass's pain to go up. Because if mass's pain goes up, it's going to be easier for mass to get downed in combat. A telescope and a legendary spear. The hull zone out here, it doesn't include this spot, so I guess what I could do is forbid those tox packs, but no bots are coming out here to mess with those bugs. Alright, we gotta work on those hex tiles. Natsu, where are you going for stone cutting? My lord, you are off on a wild goose chase. Happy! Cheers! Three more days until the egg extractions. Just waiting on Rift. I do find it strange that I have to keep manually doing the supercharge rush. Don't know why. Alright, I think what I'll do is disrespect the throne room a lot right now, so that I can start working faster, because we'll be indoors. So I'll be running the power around the new jade wall. There we go. Just moving some things around. And then at this point, I probably won't need the flower pots anymore. That was the whole point, so that I can remove extra labor from the farm bots, because the farm bots, as you can see, aren't even keeping up with the rice demands. Like, I have no cooking rice at the moment. So, hopefully, this helps to remedy that. He's saying we'll be over Soup's death in, oh, that's kind of a while, 14 days. So I better keep a close eye on his mood, because he's closing in on a mental break. There's not a whole lot that I could do to make him happy, though. Alright, starting to get the jade walls up. Good. Wendy's making really good progress, so I'm not even going to have her pray. Just keep working on it. It really is a unprecedented gap in raids. I guess the waste pack infestation counted, but like, it's not doing anything to me, so I don't really feel attacked by it. In fact, I can use it to my advantage and spring this as a trap on my enemies. Especially given how fast Wendy is. It's not like those bugs could ever catch her. Yeah, maybe I'll do the surgery next time her head hits the sack. Because that waste pack infestation probably did count as a raid, and as such, there might be a little bit of a cooldown until next one. So the throne room, even without the walls done, have an impressiveness of almost the 160 that is the target point. So I think this will work. The larger room is going to be the solution here. And then I'll just update the home zone to make sure that the new set of external walls are regularly maintained. That looks about right. And I think I'll have... Oh, so there was some jade out here that I didn't account for, but I'll have 20 jade left, which is good for 4 walls. So if anything gets damaged here, I have replacement jade. And then the throne room has 3 dirty spots, plus some unmoved slate. And it already meets the 160 requirement. So this was a project that was good. It's 164 now. And And I think without the daylilies that we have here, it will still remain... It will still remain good enough. I hope. I'm so weirded out by Randy's lack of fighting me. Sending orange cats back down to the steel. And let's see. Do I have... Yeah, 164 still. Perfect. All right. So Wendy will finish off fixing this western wall. And fingers crossed for me, our two vat-grown just became adults. Ryza, you have... You know, you kind of look like No Country for Old Men. You look like Javier Bardem's character with that, like, long bangs, given that you're male. Very creepy. What did you get? Undergrounder. Not terrible. So if you're a neurotic and an undergrounder, I probably should make you into some sort of crafter or researcher or something. So you will be doing intellectual pursuits. Thumbs up for me. I'm going to keep aging them up until they're 18 unless I start to run out of rice. Rice is the bottleneck here, but so far I've been holding. And then Mitty, you gained... Kind? I mean, I guess it's fine. It could be a lot worse. A kind brawler. Oh, sorry, but your kidneys are mine. As long as you take the kidneys, I don't really care what you say. I guess kind is subjective. So a kind Wendigo could just mean that they're friendly to Wendy and not to the enemies, and that works for me. Trying to think if there's like a... Maybe I like that better. Just tinkering with the aesthetics. So, bio-starved is the baby. Fixed. But there goes all my rice. Your two high mates enjoy executions a lot. Oh, and also, this is your throne. I suppose I had to specify. Exactly. Kindness is sort of relative. All it means is, in RimWorld, all it means is that they don't social fight with one another. More or less. That's a gross, oversimplification. But their global certainty loss factor is reduced, and they're less likely to cause social fights, and they don't judge others by their appearance. So kindness in this case is just more like loyalty to your colonists, your fellow colonists, more than it is to actually be nice. I would even say that kind is, in RimWorld, a bit of a misnomer. It's like a lack of being judgmental, more than a increase of being kind. And, we do have Ramsey, who just got born. So Ramsey is the aggressive, strong melee, robust, reduced pain baby that we just popped out of the vat. And that triggers a giveaway timer for you subscribers or anyone receiving a gifted sub. So good luck. And I'm going to name the baby Ramsey, but then it will be raffled off to one of you. Interesting that Ramsey's biological mother is someone from Inalore, right? It is Ala Ramsey, who we rescued and egg extracted as a prisoner. Or like, whatever, the quest person. And I am going to... Oh, are you... Oh, you have 41 hours of biostarvation. That's going to be really annoying. So 41 hours of biostarvation means that I am going to need to do childcare for this child for 2 days before being able to stick it back in the vat. Which is annoying. but whatever. What is one thing that I could add to the base to make it more efficient? A better kill box, or better defenses. I keep proposing it as a project, and it just doesn't get voted on. But a lot of the deaths that we've had in the colony so far are deaths as a result of, they're deaths as a result of not having the necessary infrastructure to keep our perimeter protected. Someone else able to do... Yeah, Mike, how about you do the childcare? Wendy really detests it. And until our rice quantity resolves, I'm not going to grow anymore for a bit. Stupid sad youngsters. Can't wait to stick this baby back in. If I have to run around and word of serenity everyone, I'm going to be pissed. One more day until the egg extractions. I'm going to set them up to not use meds, because a lot of them have sensory mechanites, and if I use meds, I'm going to whittle down my heal, or my herbal meds stockpile for no good reason. Do I have baby food? I just made a batch of it. So Wendy, is your head... Oh, I missed your sleep timer. I'm never going to get the healing enhancer in this rate. Thought I just fed you. What'd you guys vote on? Skin hardening? I think it was skin hardening. One of the issues of having a baby with high hunger needs as a result of their metabolic efficiency is you have to spend a lot of time feeding that baby. It's a lot of time Wendy does not want to spend. Luckily, Mike will do it. Okay, I think I like the throne room the way it is with, yeah, I enjoy that aesthetic. I wonder if you can joy fuzz a baby. Let me try. Yeah! Oh, that's a good exploit. Joy fuzz, so what it does is it makes your brain less efficient, but it's a baby. Who the heck cares? And then it makes the baby happy, and the thing of that is everyone's going to be like, oh, happy baby. Good. Like, you know, that makes us happy. Yeah, get your brain hacked. In fact, if I had joy wire, I would stick a joy wire in your brain too. And congratulations, your name is Steph. Or, well, whatever Steph wants your name to be. Congrats. All right, Mike, gotta wake you up. You gotta feed and play with the baby. The other colonists are getting vat starved as well. Oh, God. Vat growing people requires so much resources. Can I stick bionics in babies? Yeah. For Wendy's purpose, there's no point. She would not invest in something like that that hasn't proved itself. So what is your biostar? 23? So 1 day left, and you get to go back into the vat. Wendy's coming for daily feedings. Rift, is your eggs ready? 17 hours. Cool. Mike has tattered apparel. What apparel is tattered? Your wool travel wear. Well, I can fix that. Okay, Wendy's sleeping, so that reminds me to install the healing enhancer so that Randy can send me a raid the moment that enhancer goes in. And there's the trebleware from Mike. I feel like the food needs for a baby that has high low metabolic efficiency is brutal. Like, I'm just done feeding Steph, and like in 20 minutes, in-game 20 minutes, I'm gonna need to do it again. That's because of the biostarvation? True, but even then, it's only a hunger rate offset of 50%, and this amount of food that it's having to take seems obscene. So the healing enhancer's now in. Good, good, good. Bingface, get out of my bedroom. I think the rice is slowly bouncing back. We are up to 500. But if I vatted another baby, it would go back down. Sorry, Mike. Gotta wake you up again. Yeah, this is what fatherhood looks like, dude. I would know. IRL experience here. It's brutal, and it means you don't sleep very much. Welcome to the club. Need doctor. Oh, because of the, yeah, because Wendy's knocked out and nobody's tending these mechanites. Try to have him face the camera for you guys. Hey, Fraggles, thank you for the resub. Alright, 11 more hours. Oh, I'm so glad I have a slave to do it. Mike the nanny. So, Kish, I'm going to sit you behind the walls. There's a lot of repairs still to be done behind the walls, and I don't want those repairs affected by Kish, rather than to deconstruct, like, random junk beyond our walls. And let me fix these hauling zones as well, because I think some of these new zones do not allow the robots to go. Make the backlight a lighter red instead of white. Like that. A lot of the light is being cast by the dark light braziers. So the dark light braziers are heavily the ones responsible for the light levels. But I can try to adjust so that the dark light isn't interfering. There we go. Now we're getting the repairs done. Broken batteries and walls and all. Four more hours. It says that, you know, the game says I need 2 braziers, but it doesn't say where the braziers need to be. So... there. You have the gradient. The closer you get to Wendy on the throne, the darker and more red it becomes. One thing I could start to do, now that these guys are 13, is to engineer xenogerms for them. So how about I go ahead and do that? I'm going to need to take a snapshot so that I can figure it out accurately. So we have Brazit here, who I wanted to be a bit of a scientist or something. Something like that. Alright, it gets a little complicated. So taking a look, we're already at metabolic efficiency -3. And... let's see. If I wanted to make you good intellectual, this would bring you down to -5. Or no, -6. I wouldn't mind... So let's say awful art, short-haired, awful cooking, awful crafting, awful shooting, furry tail, great melee. So that would be a -1, I think. Yeah. No, -2. Dark vision -3. Poor social, poor animals, I think would be a -1. Yeah, I think that would be a -1. Anything else? Because I only have one more complexity left. Baseline is poor shoot. So awful shooting only lowers the metabolic efficiency, or by 1. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is good. So this is the Brazit, right? I don't need dead calm and colonists. No, maybe you're right. Never doing social fights is kind of nice for my colonists, so they don't fight Wendy. So, it's too bad I can't just be like, undo, let me do that again. But yeah, let me do that again. Cancel, and... Where's Great Melee? Okay, so I'm already over my complexity max. So I guess I'll add more gene processors. That seems the most logical solution at this juncture. Kill thirst and unattractive would be good too. Not for a researcher who's undergrounder. Undergrounder researcher who spends time at the ground pen scanner isn't going to have a lot of opportunity to kill things. The ones that I want to give kill thirst are the true and honest grunts. The ones that I don't foresee, that I have no desire to keep alive. And because of Bryzet and Middy's genes, they are actually genetic successes, so they're not the right people to implant that into. We want the genetic dead-end losers to be the ones that end up kill thirsty. And the recovery time to recover from this is going to be a bit lengthy, but that's fine. Okay, we're good. Insert person Steph. You're going to grow up now, Steph. Hopefully. And then Wendy is going to get the gene processors going. So the coma that Bryzet's going to be in is going to take a while to recover from, but once Bryzet's out, Bryzet should be a pretty capable brawler and researcher. That's sort of the design that I'm going with here. I too have found kill thirst to be a little buggy as well, but that's why I want to only implant it in my disposable people that I don't care about the, whether they commit suicide or not. Do I need to remap the zone for the mining bot? I don't think so. Nope, I don't. Still looks good. And then the hull bots are in the same zone. Well, no, the hull bots might need to be remapped. Oh no, they're actually pretty good still. Leave it alone. Alright, so there are the two gene processors that are likely needed to be able to make a good xenogerm for Bryzet. Alright, so let's try this. So Bryzet does have poor shooting. So awful shooting only takes Bryzet down to a -2. Super immune and super fast wound healing would be kind of nice. Built-in robust and reduced pain, so I don't need those. I did want the great melee and great intellectual. So then we can do poor social, awful art, awful cook, awful craft, poor animal to offset a lot of the costs. And I have wiggle room for 3 left, so we'll do dead calm. And I think there's no more negatives for me to add. I could do aggressive with no, because that gets countered by dead calm, so that doesn't really matter. Dark vision. I already have built-in cold tolerance, so I don't need cold tolerance either. Yeah. I think that the problem with this gene is my metabolic efficiency will be too high. So I'm going to drop super immunity because I can always preach health or use meds. And this is it. This is the Bryzet gene. And then I think what I will do with Middy is have Middy being a brawler. Maybe I'll turn Middy into a miner plus brawler. because pretty soon here I'm going to have ground pen scanning, and I'll have underground materials, and it'll be really nice to be able to mine those up. There was also the thought of designing Mike with miner arms, drill arms, and have Mike do it, so that might be the better choice. I'm not really sure which. Trotter hands would be allowed as a xenogerm, just not a germline gene, but if MIDI or Bryzet rather is doing research, it's best to actually have high manipulation, because low manipulation is, not good to have. All right, it is egg day. So Husk, Vit, whatever your name is, I don't even know. Brito, Rurift, Becro, and Double D. Relinquish thy eggs. Manipulation actually pretty much affects everything. For the most part. It's one of those stats, kind of like move speed, which trickles out kind of everywhere. So lower manipulation is really penalizing and is best to be avoided for people that you care about. All right, there it is. I won't be able to hit Bryzet with this. You don't have... Okay, yeah, you don't have... Bio-starvation. So, I calculated it right. It will bring you down to -5. Perfect. And I'm going to have Wendy implant it right away. No surgery in the dark. Would Trotter hands be overwritten by bionic arm? No. They're overwritten by elongated fingers, but not bionic arms. Bionics and xenogerms don't override one another ever. Insert Bryzet. Back to being grown. So taking a look at Bryzet now. Passion in melee and intellectual. And with also fast wound healing and dark vision. And furry tail, so a little bit warmer. With dead calm, so never social fight. Yeah, I like them as a person. So the next one to figure out would be MIDI. The question I have for you is, should I design MIDI to be a miner or relegate mining to slaves? I'll ask you for 2.5 minutes, and then I'll figure out how to engineer MIDI. I could go either way, and that's why I ask you. I don't think it really matters one way or another all that much, whether I have slave-only mining. It doesn't have to be slave-only, but, like, whether I engineer my slaves to mine or not. Because there's definitely a case for someone like Mike to be implanted with mining genes, and also, once I have specialized arms, drill arms, to be a deep drill slave for me to use. I could totally see that being a thing. Oh, you. Fang face. Are we going to have to talk about docking your pay? I don't pay my robots. But he doesn't know that. Not really sure how you almost cut off an arm during an egg extraction. But, Robert Liston would be proud. Oh, and look at you. Catatonic double D. I am very close to just killing you and your... You know what? I am going to. I am so tired of you having problems. And listening to your... You know... Get over here. Let's see. You... I'll extract the egg, and then I will euthanize by cut. It's not fun to euthanize by cut. I'd rather shoot at you while you're fleeing for your life, but I'm so very tired of you being the problem child that you're dead now. And I'll butcher you myself. Oh, should I take a skull? No, I don't take skulls of losers. I don't want to be reminded of that failure. Alright, looks like you guys think slaves should mine, so I'm not going to make Midi a miner. Got it. So Midi, you are obviously going to be Brawler. Dark Vision, Great Melee. Those are two obvious ones to add. Super fast wound healing, maybe super immunity. You have robust and reduced pain built in. Awful shooting, awful art, awful cook, awful int, awful social, poor animals, awful craft. Dead calm. And that's it. I don't think it's worth the metabolic efficiency for heat super tolerant. So your melee is going to start off at 14, which is not bad. Plus I have these skill trainers just sitting here and in order to kick it up even more. Now that I'm doing skin hardening, what do you think I should research next? Let me ask you. So jump packs to be able to get locust armor. Gas operation for better guns, drug production, IEDs, or specialized arms. So specialized arms would be for drill arms. Or field hands. I don't have anyone who'd be good at field hands, but drill arms for Mike. So it's possible to replace Mike's arms with drill arms, and then to give Mike the mining skill trainer to be the miner slave that you guys may want. Whoa, we have biostarvation. Let's fix that. And there goes all my rice. One of the reasons to use slaves to mine, whoa, even more steel? Holy cow. Is that Orange Chaos, the tunneler bot, can't use deep drills. They're not capable of deep drilling, so it'd be a pretty good reason to do that. Husk, you owe me an egg. Fangface, don't screw it up. Or if you do, screw it up so badly that she becomes pig meat. Nope, we got it. Alright, now that we've extracted the eggs, I'm going to stick them back to no meds so they won't waste our herbal meds helping their mechanite issues. Rurf the dirt mole can be gene extracted. And these are a lot more eggs to be fertilized by people soon. Or ova. Definitely excited about these two science experiments. I think they'll prove to be useful. I at least I hope. I'm a little worried about trying to death rest right now, given that I'm on track for another combat event pretty soon. But I think I'm going to probably spend the better half of tomorrow getting my psi focus up, and then death resting. Because I'd want the psi focus up because so I'll implant mini and then do all that stuff. Just finish, please. There we go. So mini hops out. I don't think you're bio-starved, right? No. Is Power Claw even worth it? Ever worth it? It can be. It wouldn't be my first or second or third choice. Okay. Cool. And Specialized Arms will be next. Nice. 10-4. I feel like my two farmer bots can't really keep up with the volume of rice. I think some of my bottleneck here for rice is the bots themselves and not the lack of basins. Too bad that we don't have sharpened teeth xenogerm. I know. That would be nice. Get out of there. Dark vision, gray eyes. Alpha Aurora. I already have dark vision, and gray eyes is just cosmetic. So I'll sell this one, if I remember to. I think at this point, I am going to actually also xenogerm implant Mike, so that Mike can recover from his coma while Wendy is in death rest. And I'll be implanting him, given that he's a baseliner, I'll be implanting him for the purpose of mining. So, Mike. Dead calm. And I don't have to snapshot this because he doesn't have any genes that matter. So, metabolic efficiency here is going to be the total readout. So, we wanted great mining. I don't think dark vision would be a bad one. That way I don't have to illuminate the deep drill locations. It actually saves me some effort and time. Let me make sure that I know your skills, though. So, social and mining. Mining is the only one of concern in this regard. I could turn you into like a cook or something, but I don't think I'm going to. That could be some other slave at some other point. So, mining is the only thing that matters. So, dark vision, mining. Awful art, awful cook. Poor social, because he has a little bit of social, and I'd love to ruin that for him. Awful intellectual, awful craft. And that's already a +5. Super fast wound healing wouldn't be terrible for my slaves to be able to recover from actually getting battered. And awful shooting. Dead calm. Poor animals. Maybe slow runner. One of the reasons to use slow runner is the slower that a slave moves, the less likely are they to rebel. So this might be a good Mike gene here. And the metabolic efficiency plus 5. I could definitely see the value of cold tolerant. You're not wrong about that. And then add poor animals on top of it. Yeah, this works. Furry tail plus cold tolerant will allow them to work in the cold, work in the dark, work without ever social fighting. All right, there's the mic gene. Do we have a barracks set up for the new ones? Yes, we do. 2 beds already. Immunity in case of illness? There wasn't. The super immunity is really, really metabolically expensive and is kind of inefficient. Unless it's a built-in, in my opinion. Do I have clothes for the new ones? I probably don't. No, actually I do. I have pants and shirts. Let me continue with extra pants and shirts. And I guess toques. I'll make 2 toques out of the bison wool. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos,